This is a review of the year in sports for 2022. I am Curtis Morton. It was certainly with much relief that as the year progressed, we saw an easing of the COVID-19 restrictions, and our sportsmen and women were able to basically get back into full gear. Some of our sportsmen and women excelled locally, others were even able to make it onto the regional scene, and a select few onto the international stage. We start with aquatics. We are surrounded by miles and miles of water, and so it is a joy to report that swimming and sailing took off in leaps and bounds in 2022. Firstly, we hear from Danielle Connor of the Nevis Aquatics and Sailing Center.
This is the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center's 2022 year in review. I want to take you through the amazing year that we've had at the center. This has been our best year. We've had many programs and events throughout the year. Starting with January. January, after a short Christmas break, the center resumed its year-round swim and aquatic program. The Bring It swim team started its training for the upcoming cross-channel swim. And the adult and youth sail programs resumed through until spring break or Easter break. In March 5th, we had our Fever Barbecue. This was a fundraiser event. It was an open house day where we had persons out sailing and kayaking, a fun aquatic day. We also had Tropical Shipping here. They had donated US $2,500. This was all towards fundraising for an RS Fever sailboat, which we use in our programs to help develop our sailors. And we were able, the event was a success, and we were able to purchase this boat, and it arrived just in time for our Easter aquatic camp. On March 26th, the center held a VHF radio training course. This was led by Wendy Smith, and we had participants learning the radio standards that are used worldwide and emergency communication. March 27th, the Winston Crook ran the cross-channel swim, and we had 7 young swimmers from the Bring It swim team that participated and swam the cross-channel swim. This is a 4.1 K swim from Awali Beach, Nevis, across the Cockleshell Bay in St. Kitts.
Business. Okay. I sent out an instruction yesterday of the description of the course. We are going to start on Nevis, which is where you are now, and we're going to go to St. Kitts. If you look across, you will see what is called Noakes Knoll. Well, you could see it if there was no clouds. Okay, you will see it in the water. Okay, we are to the right of Noakes Knoll. The kayakers are there to assist you. You cannot get on a kayak. Okay? They have water. If you wish to stop, you can hold on to the kayak by all means, but you cannot get on a kayak, okay? They're just there to help you. If you are having issues, you take your cap off, you hold it high and you wave. I have to say this every year. Okay. If you are swimming and you look up and you do not see land, stop swimming. It doesn't matter if you've turned yourself around and are heading back to Nevis. It's fine. It's land. If you look up and you do not see land, stop swimming.
Timers?
First timers.
What do you expect from today? To win this one?
It is the best.
She's so gonna win. She's so gonna win.
Okay, I'm gonna mark this space.
Ricky Bobby rules.
Okay, what do you expect from this swim?
You're not first, you're last.
You won't be last.
I won't be last.
Probably not be last.
Okay,
hopefully not.
Have a great swim.
Thank you.
Good morning. Your first timer?
Yes.
What do you expect from today?
Good. Have fun.
You're gonna win?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Way to go.
Morning. Oh, lady. Good luck today.
Okay, thank you.
You expect to win this one?
No, it's
But you completed. Yeah. Okay. Well, all the best.
Yeah.
All right. What do you expect today?
Morning. Just to finish.
Okay.
And have fun, as the lady said.
Nice. Okay. Good morning. You guys are first timers?
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
first timers.
some of us.
So what do you expect? To win or just to have fun?
Just to have fun.
Finish.
Okay. To
Finish.
finish.
The other side.
Okay, all right. Well, I
Get
wish
the other
you-
side today.
So where you guys are from?
Barbados. We come from Barbados. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, all the best, Barbados.
Barbados!
All right. Okay.
I gotta get straight.
Italy. Okay.
Luckily, that's why
Good morning, guys. You guys are first timers?
Oh,
First
yes.
timers, yeah.
Where you guys are from?
I'm from Oregon in the States.
You expect to win this one?
No. I expect to be the first one in my family. I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay. But you're going to finish?
Huh?
You expect to finish?
I expect to finish. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. You expect to finish?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. Okay,
No worries.
no problem. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. First timer?
Yes, it is.
You expect to win this one?
I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best.
Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you very much.
So quite a number of folks are here awaiting the start of this fabulous race. Cross-channel swim across the St. Kitts. Morning.
Hi.
You guys are nervous?
No, not really.
How old are you?
11.
11.
10.
10. And you're gonna do it?
Yes.
You're gonna make it all the way?
I'm gonna finish.
You're gonna finish? Alright, you're gonna win too?
Yes.
Alright, you're gonna, how old are you? 12. 12, you're gonna make it?
Maybe.
Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you on the other side.
Just about to get started.
We're starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And they're off. That's Robert Liddy. Gary Pemberton must be a little nervous. His son will be doing this for the first time. There they go. Certainly makes a colorful sight. This must be the champion. He gave them a little bit of a lead start. He's that super confident. Now we're going to have those who are assisted. They're going to go in now. They use certain equipment to assist them. It's not a large number though. So the assisted swimmers are going in. They're going to have some assistance on the way. There they go. Hey Gary, are you a little nervous?
A little, because he did the peninsula swim, so I have some confidence that he can do it.
Okay.
And his coach has confidence in him as well, so if the coach has confidence, then I have confidence.
All the best. I don't think the record will be broken today. It's 54. 54:10. So, still has some swimming to do, but we definitely have a swimmer coming in. And he would have done really well, or she. Could be a she. So we're keeping our eyes focused, trying to pick out the swimmer. Swimmer is somewhere here. And we should be getting them in our sights properly soon. Let's hope that it's Robert Liddy, acknowledging a winner. I don't think they would know who it is as yet. But all they know is that somebody has done a fantastic swim. So, swimmer is coming in. Face. It looks like a woman. It looks like a female swimmer. So, women power, woman power. Oh, it's a man. It's a man. It's a man. Champion by a long shot. He is the winner. Got it in 58.43.
Welcome to Coffee Shop.
Talk to me, guys. How was it?
Tiring.
Tiring. This was your second, right?
Third.
Your third. And this one was easier, harder?
Easier.
Easier. This was easier. What was your overall placement?
I don't know.
Okay, but you were the first in for the under 19?
No, I'm second.
Second. In the under 19. And what was your placement? Last. No, you did well.
No, talk out in my category.
Okay, but you did very well.
Thank you.
How was it?
Tiring?
This was your first time?
Yes.
And you'll do it again?
Of course.
Okay then, congratulations. Well, I get the distinct impression that James Weeks probably has found his last trainee because he has come up. James, talk to me. Are all of your troopers accounted for?
Everybody is locked and loaded. I'm ready to do it again.
So it was 9 of them?
7 of them.
7 of them, all in? All in already.
All in, yeah.
Well, you did a fantastic job. I want on behalf of all the people of Nevis to say you've done a wonderful job. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So how was it for you though? You were a little scared, a little panicky?
No, actually I didn't do it. I just jumped off my kayak over there.
No, I know. But were you a little scared that they'll make it?
Oh, no. Never shaken. Never stirred. Because I made sure that I got them fully confident before I can decide that they're going to do this.
Okay.
So any shakiness in there, I wouldn't have put them in. So I have to be of soul, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Okay. Then I know that they're ready.
All right. Well, congratulations again, man. Robert Liddy has created history. He's the first Special Olympian to do the cross-channel swim. How was it today? How hard was it?
Nothing that hard. It was very good.
But trust me, you have done something that has never been done before. How does it feel?
It feel good to do the whole thing.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations. And you'll do it again?
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, cool. Thank you.
April 15th, we had completed the first phase of our yard improvement project. And this included leveling of our site, refencing, moving the containers, and putting in new boat racks. April 16th, we had our Aqua Funathlon. This was a program hosted alongside the St. Kitts Nevis Moves, the Nevis chapter. We had 6 teams of 2 children, ages 8 to 12 years old. They competed in a course that consisted of swimming races, kayaking, and running. We had team Will Boss, brothers Justin and Austin Williams, that won this competition. On April 18th, the Bring It swim team competed over in St. Kitts at Bird Rock Beach, they had an Easter Monday swimming competition. This was hosted by the Blue Marlin Swim Academy, and our Bring It Swim team won the overall trophy for the best club. April 19th to 22nd, we hosted our Easter aquatic camp. We had over 30 children spend their days developing swimming techniques, boosting their water confidence, learning parts of the boats, wind direction, sailing, kayaking, beach games, and marine biology lessons that were provided by CARE SKN. On May 1st, we had our 10th annual Booby Island Regatta. This was led by Captain Miles Den, and we saw yachts and Hobies that raced a course in the Narrows between St. Kitts and Nevis, and included going around the namesake Booby Island. The overall cup winners was Team Quandale Dingle. On May 6th, MSR was here, and they filmed a scene at the center. This included our Optimist sailors, and this movie was just released, recently released in their Christmas in Paradise. May through July, we resumed our regular weekly programs. We have our Swim and Aquatic program, our Adult and Youth Sail program, and our Bring It Swim Teams training. This resumes every week, throughout the week, and continues on from May through July. On July 16th, we had a swim social. This was a morning where we had swimmers and parents of both swim programs, both the Swim and Aquatic program and our Bring It Swim team. They came together for a morning of kayaking, fun, food, and a celebration of their achievements. On July 16th through August 16th, the St. Kitts Nevis Swimming Federation hosted a swim development clinic here at Awali Beach and the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center. This included the swimmers from the Bring It Swim team and resulted in the formation of the St. Kitts Nevis National Swim Team. On July 24th, sailors, adult and youth sailors from the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center competed in the St. Kitts Nevis National Dinghy Championships. This was hosted by the St. Kitts Yacht Club at Frigate Bay. In July and August, CARE SKN, partner of Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center, successfully installed the first coral reef nursery in St. Kitts and Nevis, and it's under the IWE Co. SKN. The nursery is located at Tamarind Cove in Nevis, and it's a pilot project. The Jeff IWE CO is an integrating water, land, and ecosystem management in Caribbean small island developing states. It's a 5-year regional project that seeks to address water, land, and biodiversity resource management, as well as climate change. In August 3rd, we started our summer sail camp. We had over 20 children developing their sailing skills with full days of sailing lessons. One of the days, CARE SKN visited and took the children through a coral reef presentation, and then the children sailed over to Tamarind Bay, where the children were able to snorkel the site of the coral nursery that was just recently installed. August 15th through the 19th, we had our aquatic summer camp. Over 20 children were provided lessons in swimming, sailing, marine biology, and beach games all day long through that program. We concluded both the summer sail camp and the aquatic summer camp on August 19th with the Robin Trevors Memorial Sail. The sail was aboard Eagle from Leeward Island Charters, and it included the participants from both the summer sail camp and the summer aquatic camp, and the children enjoyed an afternoon of sailing, swimming, and snorkeling in the bay at Shitten Bay over in St. Kitts. On August 22nd through the 26th, CARE SKN held a Reef Check certification course. This is a worldwide certification to learn scientific methods to survey reefs and obtain the status of its health. They also learned about fish, invertebrates, and substrates. We had 10 eco divers that were now certified as Reef Check surveyors. That concluded our summer, and we started our fall programs. In September, we resumed our normal programs, our swim and aquatic program, and our sail programs, along with the Bring It Swim Teams training. We also started Montessori After School Swim Club. So this is 13 swimmers from the school join us each week after school to develop their swimming skills. The children range in the levels and abilities, but have all grown tremendously in their swimming abilities. And these programs resumed through the end of November. On September 28th, we had the International Coastal Cleanup. We had children, parents, volunteers that all came, and we cleaned both the beach and we did inside the water, inside the bay. We also cleaned up. October 3rd, we had the planting of palm trees. We had about 15 trees were donated by select enterprises and the Bass Family Estates. These trees were planted as part of our site improvement project. October 23rd, we had our Fall Swim Fest. 6 clubs from St. Kitts and Nevis brought their swimmers to compete in the first swimming competition held here in Nevis and was hosted by the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center. We had races of backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle, including ranging from 25 meters up to 100 meter distances. The day ended with Blue Marlin Swim Academy winning the Most Improved trophy.
Valerie, today history has been created right here in Nevis, right here at Oli Beach. Can you talk to us a little bit about this event, how it came about, and what's going to happen today?
It came about my friends who say, hey, let's do a swim competition. But basically it's to start to build swimming as a sport here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Last Easter we have a race inside in St. Kitts, which was like the first competition race in the in-water pool to have as close as possible to a real competition with what we can have here. So we are building up the sport with the swim club. So we're taking step by step. And then this event is to get them more familiar with what is a competition for. And also we do have some swimmer who did qualify to go and represent the country in the OECS competition. So this competition is also to get them again a competition experience to get ready to go over there.
How many clubs/teams are represented today, and approximately how many swimmers are representing today?
So we do have actually 6 clubs. 4 are major because they have more swimmers, and we have a total of 66 swimmers. Some did not show up, but register we had 66 swimmers, 22 female and 44 male.
Finally, Valerie, the types of races. I know you're starting with the 25 meters. For what age groups? Tell us a little bit about those.
Okay, so normally a swimming competition go per age category. Today we had to change a bit the normal age category for the swimmer that we have, okay, to that people are not swimming alone, right? So we are, like I said, we are kind of building up sports, so we're slowly going there. So we do have a 25 meters, that's for 9 and under. They will swim in the inside, like before the pool. And then we do have 10 and up, they will swim inside the pool. Next year, when we recreate this event, it will be 9 and over. They will swim inside the pool because it's the standard from OECS and standard from swimming or wild. 9 and up, it's when they're starting to swim. And under 9, like 9 and under, then normally they're not really in real competition as yet. They're normally like getting ready, but not in real competition. So, and then we have freestyle, breaststroke, and backstroke. We do not have any butterfly because at the moment our swimmer are not ready. Also, normally when we are racing, we are starting from the blocks. You see I have 2 blocks. But today we will have some swimmers starting in the water and some on the platform. The reason why is to allow everybody to compete even if they do not know yet how to dive. Everybody is in learning, so we are taking step by step, okay? Also, it would be good to mention that we only have disqualification for the style of the swimming, meaning there will be no disqualification for the turn because it's not everybody who know how to turn. They do need to touch the wall because if they do not touch the wall, they did not complete the 25 meters. So touching the wall is important, but how touching the wall is not a term for disqualification, okay? Same way of the starting, it could be in the water or on the platform. That is also not a disqualification for today, okay? But the style is a disqualification. For example, let's say they're swimming breaststroke, but the arm go all the way down. That is a disqualification. The stroke is this way. Or they have the wrong foot stroke. For example, they're doing kick instead of the breaststroke kick with the breaststroke. That's just an example. That will be a disqualification. Now, the 10 and up, they're swimming in the pool. They are not allowed to touch the bottom, okay? For the one inside, for the 25 meters, we allow them to touch the bottom. If they need to stop, take the breath and continue, but they're not allowed to take any steps. If they're taking a step, then that will be disqualification. So I know it's like a lot of little trick here and there, but it's to allow people to slowly going into the, and then more we moving forward, then there will be more rules going closer to the reality for disqualification. But we cannot do that at the moment when everybody is in the learning stage, right?
I did say finally, but now that you've explained the disqualification process, that means you'll have judges inside the water, seeing whose feet touch. You'll have judges all along.
All right, so we do have actually 4 time taker, 1 time taker for each lane. This is his job to do that time for that specific lane for the entire day. We do have 2 judges, 1 on each side. One will be me and the other one will be Reginald. The judge would also be at the same time the starter. For the morning, it will be me, and for the afternoon, it will be Reginald. Then it could be a disqualification for a false start. Let's say that the kids start before the starting signal, then it could be disqualified. But then the race won't be stopped. He will just be disqualified, which means that he could still have his time, how much time he did, but then cannot qualify to do final. On the other hand, if we do have a false start, let's say, for example, we are saying, take your mark, and somebody shout, ah! And then a kid's jump thinking is the signal, starting signal, then there will be a long whistle to tell, okay, now we're restarting the race, nobody disqualified, that is a false start. Or, for example, but today I don't think it will be the case, but let's say that they are on the platform and before they're starting, the platform do a little move and then lose balance, then it will be also a false start where the race start back.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Valerie. We look forward to some exciting races today.
Yes!
12 to 13. 3-star female, age 12 to 13. We have 3 swimmers taking part. 2 from Blue Marlin Swimming Academy and 1 from Bring It.
Wait, here.
They're getting ready. Got 2 swimmers in the water. 1 is going to be taking off from.
Lane 2, Denisa is 47:38.
As a swimming on the rough. That's a good start by lane 3. Lane 3 is taking a quick lead. She's moving away, maybe about half a length ahead. Lanes 2 and 3 in neck and neck. This is going to be an exciting race with lane 3 moving away, but 2 and 3 are catching up quickly. Let's show you applause, show them appreciation. This is going to be a very tight race. That's a good turn by lane number 3. Lane number 3 is moving away again. Lane number 3 is maybe about 2 lengths ahead, but lane number 2 is catching up quickly. Lane number 1 catching up with lane number 2, but lane number 3 is moving away. Lane number 3 is moving away from lane number 2. We're about 2 lengths ahead, and it looks like the winner is going to be lane number 3. What an exciting race that was. Lane number 2 in second place, and lane number 1 coming up in third place. That was such an exciting race. Show some noise there, people.
Trying to make $1 from them quarter. Thought you were my friend.
As you get ready for the next race, which happens to be the 50-meter breaststroke for males 14 to 17.
That's hurting me. I've got to make
29.
And they're off. That's a good start. Lane number 4 is in the lead now slightly. Maybe about half a length ahead of lane number 2. Lane number 2 is catching up on lane number 4. Lane number 1 is catching up on lane number 2. Excuse me, can you move out of the way, please? I can't see the race. Excuse me. This is a very close race, ladies and gentlemen. With lane 2 slightly in the lead. This looks like neck and neck between lane 4 and 3. Come on, show your appreciation. This is a very exciting race. Lane 3 is slightly ahead. Maybe a head's width ahead of lane 4. And it's almost neck and neck between 3 and 4. Lane number 3 coming up. Lane number 2 coming up. Lane number 2 is coming up. It's going to be a finish, but lane number 3 followed by lane number 2, lane number 4, and lane number. What an exciting race that was! Show your appreciation here for the swimmers. Please, if you stood on the beach, can you please stoop down or sit on the beach so the other spectators, especially me. Don't forget, we got loads of merchandise on sale from the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Centre, so make your way to the main area.
Don't keep burning up the flame. See all the friends and families that have passed on, leaving impressions and memories that will last on. Giving thanks for all the time that.
Okay, we're getting ready for the first race in the male 50 meters freestyle, age 12 to 13. Looks like all the swimmers are going to be starting in the water. Let's continue to give you support. Let's make some noise. Encourage the swimmers. These guys have been training hard over the last couple of months. Here we go. We're about to start. Could you please sit down? I can't see. And they're off. In the lead, lane 1 has got a good start. Lane 1's in the start. It's got about 3 lengths, 4 lengths ahead of the rest of the swimmers, and lane 1 is just moving ahead of the rest. Lane 3 and 4 are competing for second place at the moment, but look at lane 1 go. Lane 1 must be at least 10 lengths ahead of the rest of the other 2 swimmers, and is moving away even quicker. Come on, let's give him some applause, everybody. Let's clap for him. He's doing a really good job. And it looks like he's going to win this race. Meters ahead of the rest of the swimmers. And in lane 1's the winner. But we have a fantastic race coming up for second place. Come on, get in some applause. We've got lane 2 slightly ahead, maybe about a length ahead of lane 3. But lane 3 is catching up. Lane 2 is towering a little bit. Lane 3 is catching up, maybe about 1 length, 1.5 lengths behind. And lane 2 is just moving slightly ahead again. Come on, get in them support. Lane 2 is going to be in second place with lane 3 is towering a little bit. Come on, let's keep going, guys. And we have lane 2 in second place. Keep going, Devontae. Keep going. Well done. Show your appreciation. There's some applause for the swimmers there, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing seems to love the Prime Minister. Tell me how come those in power don't seem to care? It's the fight is so unfair. In this sweet paradise, this is what we swear.
as we get ready for the second heat of the 50 meters freestyle for males, aged 12 to 13.
And this is why so many die, leaving so many to cry. Tell me how come there's so much guns in the streets and none of them gun they never make that. Tell me how come AIDS is spreading while taking over the sweet paradise of Jamaica. Tell me how come the dollar value's going down and everything's going up around town. Tell me how come all the hand to get gone down. This life is so unfair. In this sweet paradise, this is what we swear. Out of many, what people can do.
As we prepare for the next heats of the male 50 meters freestyle.
And this is why so many die, leaving so many to cry. Tell me how come the youth them downtown can't receive the education like the youth them uptown. Tell me how come Jack you are dead at jail and the prosecutor know he's innocent and shouldn't be there. Tell me how come so much hungry belly out the street and Babylon not one like say them.
Okay, we're getting ready for the next heat. All right. In the lead, lane 2 is taking a quick lead there. Look at him go. He's about two lengths ahead of lane 3. And lane 2 is moving ahead even further from lane 3.
I am. Just 1 second. Go ahead.
Excellent turn there. Lane 2 moving away even further.
Take your mark and the whistle, please. Copy that.
Looks like lane 2's ahead. And looks like lane 2's moving ahead. At least 10 lengths ahead. And well done, lane 2. Lane 3 coming up quickly behind.
Oh, Blue Marlin. Sorry, Blue Marlin.
In second place, we have lane 3. Come on, let's give some appreciation from lane 1. Let's keep cheering them. Let's get them home. Let's hear some noise. Come on, let's go.
You are in trouble. You have to really watch Val when they're starting.
Listen, I've got people talking this here, people coming up to me.
When they're
I'm doing
starting.
the music.
When they're starting.
We need to have this on.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so different the way that it is. Girls ain't the same thing. I'm playing this on you and me. Can we treat her like a mother? Mother that she is. The mother that she is.
Sorry.
It's been long overdue now.
Just nuts me.
Here we're running out of time. You wanna know the truth now? We all standing on that line. We should learn how to treat her. Don't you realize just how much they really need her? So I'm sorry for the way that we pollute her air. And I'm sorry for the way that we act like we don't care. And the water ain't no good for drinking. Why have we been thinking, treating her like this? Spring, summer, fall, me. The winter, you want to me. It's so different the way that it is. The same thing. I'm playing this on you and me. Can we treat her like a mother?
We're on heat 2.
Mother that she is. The mother that she is. Can't you feel her cheek now?
Say that again.
Waves to the sky. On the verge of a breakdown. It's hard to tell me why we destroy what we have. Why don't you try to protect what we did? Spring, summer, fall, your winters you want to me. It's so different the way that it is. Earth ain't the same thing. I'm playing this on you and me. Can we treat her like a mother? Mother that.
Okay, under starters orders.
I don't have have a clue. Sorry.
And they're off.
I'm trying to get the finals done. Annalise, can I help? What can I help with?
Lane 3's making a quick start. Lane 3's at least 1 length ahead of lane number 3. Lane number 2. Lane number 4 in 3rd place. Lane number 1 catching up lane number 3. That's a good turn by lane number 3. And is moving ahead. At least 4 lengths ahead of lane number 3. And is moving ahead even further. Lane number 3, such a strong swimmer, has got another 50 metres to go. Lane number 3 about 5 or 6 lengths ahead of lane number 2. But lane number 2 is closing on lane number 3. With lane number 1 just ahead of lane number 4. And it looks like lane number 3 is tiring a little bit with lane number 2 catching. He's up to 2 lengths behind lane number 3. Come on guys, show some noise. This is an exciting race. Lane number 3 is turning first. Lane number 3 moving away again from lane number 2. This is going to be a very exciting race. It's 100 metres freestyle. Males aged 14 to 17. But lane number 2 is catching up with lane number 3. It's going to be very close. I think lane number 3 is recognising lane number 2 is coming up behind. And he's moving ahead again. And the winner, lane number 3, followed by lane number 2. And there's a race going on between lanes 1, lane 4. Lane 1 moving ahead slightly of lane number 4. But lane number 4 is coming back in the closing stages of the race. Let's keep going, and lane number 3 is in 3rd place, followed by lane number 4. "100 metres freestyle." So you got 3 swimmers in this race.
October 28th through 30th, we had our Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center swim instructors complete a FINA Assistant Coach Certification course. This was hosted by the St. Kitts Nevis Swimming Federation. November 11th through the 14th, we had 3 Bring It swimmers that are now a part of the St. Kitts Nevis National Youth Swim Team. They competed at the OECS swimming competitions in St. Lucia. We had impressive results. The children competed in the 200-meter free, 50-meter free, and 100-meter freestyle. Skyla Connor received 7th place in her races. Austin Williams received 10th place in his 200-meter and his 50-meter, and he received 8th place in his 100-meter. And Justin Williams placed 11th place in all of his races. Overall, St. Kitts and Nevis came up with 5th place overall in the OECS.
And one of the things that's so significantly touching is that the Montessori School sent a representation here, and we want to salute them. Give them a round of applause. And we also had the St. James's Primary School sending a representation here. And we are so grateful for that. And so, just in case somebody just landed from Mars and didn't know what's going on, we're just going to let the folks, well, we're going to start with Winston to just again introduce the team, just to let us know, and probably tell us some of the achievements in terms of the successes, how well they did, etc.
Okay, well, welcome and thanks for this glorious reception. Thank you. The athletes certainly deserve it, and kudos to them and their coaches for their preparation and diligence. Yeah. Yeah, my name is Winston Crook. I'm the president of the St. Kitts and Nevis Swimming Federation. And it's a pleasure to see this fabulous reception for the athletes as they return, as Curtis just said, from a historic moment in the sports history for St. Kitts and Nevis. This has never happened before. This is the first time we've had a national youth swimming squad go anywhere to attend an event, and certainly of the size of the OECS Championships, where there were 6 countries competing and close to 200 athletes, I would guess, at least 200 athletes. So they applied their trade. They've been working diligently for the last 4 months under the supervision of James Weeks and Ned Lestrade, championed by our head coach, who's Yashwant Darianani, who has not returned back because he's got it carried on to Suriname. But we got to thank the coaches, first of all, for their diligence in getting the children ready. But the big shout out has to go to the 3 athletes you see standing before you. Skylar Connor, Justin and Austin Williams. Of course, they wouldn't be here without their parents. So their parents need a big round of applause as well. But I mean, we went to the OECS Championships. This is the 30th anniversary, a huge, huge deal. And I think everybody here present will recognize that the enormity of the occasion. But the athletes stepped up. They did what we asked them to do and did it well, so amazingly well. We went there we just hoped to be able to represent in a good way, and we did more than that. We exceeded expectations, okay? And for a first venture into the world of competitive swimming, I think it's A+. So thank you, Skylar, Justin, Austin. Thank you so much for the work you put in and for your attitude throughout the whole of the weekend. It's exemplary, and I hope you are leading the charge for future development of the sport and competitive swimming for St. Kitts and Nevis. Hats off to you. I'll now hand you over to James Weeks, yes, who will talk on behalf of the coaches.
Hello again. I must adopt the protocol that was already established. And I must, on behalf of the coaches, I must say that we are very, and some more varies, pleased with the outcome of this weekend's event. I mean, being the smallest nation there, we had the biggest noise because we only had 3 little kids here. But I'm telling you that these kids, even though they were small and very outnumbered, we made a big showing there. I mean, for the first time ever, you know, they've been competing at that kind of level. You would expect that they would have been filled with butterflies in the stomach and, you know, really afraid. But they took on the challenge and they took it on very well. And it shows that with a little you can do much. But this is just a stepping stone, because next time we're going to let our voice be heard. We're going to let our faces show. And we're going to let these kids also going to bring some more with them. So we're making disciples. And we as coaches, we are, again, I must say, we are very pleased. And we're going to make sure that we keep training, we keep doing what we do. And we will see the results in these kids as they, you know, travel through the training and the discipline so that they can go from strength to strength and be even better as the years and the months go by. So we're expecting better things, bigger things, and a lot more things.
James, I know they did well, but I'm one for specifics. Could you talk a little bit about the heats and how well they did in the heats?
Okay, well, we had Skylar. First of all, we had Skylar who started off the ball rolling. She was the first one to face the music. And so she was up against, in her heat, there was 8. 8 was 8? Yeah, he was 8 in her heat, and so when she got to the starting block, I thought that she was going to be like all frightened and afraid of the competition because she was the smallest. Everybody looked like they've been there for a very long time. You can see how they shape. You can see how they carry themselves. That okay, this is just another day for them. But for Skylar, it was the first thing, the first time. What am I supposed to do here? But from the time they were called to attention and get ready to go and all that, I mean, I can see everything switched over, and it was game time. So she did very well in her heat. She the first heat she was in heat of 8 she was, I think it was 6 or 7. So she did her heat very well, and then we had Austin who came up also. He was in a heat of 5 in his heat. He did second in his heat, and then we had Justin, and they all followed a similar pattern. In terms of them not being afraid. I expected them to be afraid because my first time out, I was afraid. And these kids, they handle themselves very well. And Justin also did, he was in a heat of 8 also, and he did, 4? Yeah, he did 4 in his heat. And so, I mean, for the first time going to an event like that, you would expect them to be trying to follow or trying to keep up. But these guys let their voices be heard, let the action show. And so that they were in the middle of the field. So starting from like, say, 4 months ago, these kids are in the middle of the field. So what happened 8 months to a year or 5 years after? They're already in the middle of the field in less than a year. You do the math.
Staying in that vein, we now hear from Terry Andrews of the Swim to Win program.
Well, hello, everyone. And 2022 was an especially wonderful year in sport. This is Terry Andrews. I am director of both the Swim to Win program here in Nevis and Special Olympics. And I actually have to use some notes here because it was such an amazing, incredible year. So first of all, I'd like to talk about Swim to Win. Our Swim to Win family continues to grow. This is our 3rd year. We continued throughout the course of the year with our ongoing Swim to Win Saturday and Sunday classes. These are from the ages of 6 up through adult. But we added in some new classes in 2022. Most especially were the Mommy and Me classes that take care of our children from ages 1 to 3. Our toddler classes in small groups from 3 to 5. And then our women's water retreats, which include like a weekend afternoon sessions of meditation, some yoga, some water aerobics. It's really a women's empowerment group. We get you into the water and teach you how to float and water safety. So we need to reach the women in the community, and so we continue to do that. So that's a very important program that we're very proud of. We also trained 10 new instructors and in-water volunteers in 2022. And we had several milestones. Most importantly was the introduction with our partnership of government, the introduction of swimming into the school curriculum. So we started off with 3 schools in 2022, both the Cicely Brown Integrated School for the special needs children in the community, St. Thomas Primary, and also St. James Primary. And this, as I said, is in partnership with government where free swimming instruction is being provided to the schools with the goal that within the next 2 years, swimming will be part of the school curriculum in all primary schools. And it will become the 4th sport, leading to it becoming a competitive sport between the schools. So like we have our Olympics with the track and field, we'll be having that with swimming. So that's quite exciting, but we started out with our three schools, and hopefully in 2023 we'll be adding in 4 additional. So then we continued our free swim camps, which again, this is really important for the community. We did that both for a week at Easter and then our 2-week Christina Memorial swim camps. And again, those are offered free to the children. And we reached 180 children between the ages of 5 and 12 through those free swim camps. Here to celebrate our children's achievements. First of all, I want to thank Dion Daniels, as always, for the use of his pavilions down here, allowing us to put up changing rooms for the children, which has been fantastic. I want to thank our fabulous volunteers, everybody who's here who makes this happen. And we're going to celebrate our children. We're going to start off with our youngest ones first. So, Myra, we have group 1. Do you want to come on up here? And I'm going to turn this over to you for a few remarks.
Thank you, Miss Anne, and as you say, welcome to the closing ceremony of the week 1. It's a 2-week camp, week 1, and we thank all the volunteers for being here, and all the children and the parents of these children for allowing the swimmers and the swimming instructors to take care of them for a week or 2. Of course, the Department of Sports and the government by extension is happy to partner with Miss Anne. This is the 2nd year we're putting on the swim camp, and we are privileged because we believe in sports in Nevis.
Special mention goes out to the Youth and Sports Eagles and the Youth and Sports Raiders who participated in the St. Kitts Nevis Amateur Basketball Association League in St. Kitts. The Youth and Sports Eagles, they made it to the finals, and it was
hope and we wish that the camp would go from year to year.
Okay, great, and thank you. It is an amazing partnership with the Ministry of Sport, and we are thrilled to do that. We're going to be starting 4 new programs in the school in the fall. And I did want to say the children, if they continue with their swimming, then they can improve their swimming, and then they can actually earn their little swim to win medal. So today they just get their halyard, and hopefully parents will bring them back for some more swimming, and we'll do that. So if you want to call off your swimmers' names, and we'll call them up.
So we have Aiden Dorr. Aiden? Aiden, come on down. Yay! Come over here. Come, Aiden, come over here. Aiden, pay attention. Step up. There you go. Good. There you are. Look up. You got it. That's yours. Hold it. Look up. Look up. Look up. Smile. Yay. All right. Come over here.
Isaiah Julius.
Come over by Miss Terry. Stand right there. Right there. Okay,
Julius.
that'll work. Isaiah Julius. Come. Smile.
Okay. Blessing Live.
I'm sorry? Blessing. 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 Smile. Look up and smile.
Cleanna Brown.
Cleanna. 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 Yay. Come on around. Smile. Look up and smile.
Eman Brown.
Amen.
Yeah.
Eman. Eman. Smile. Look up and smile. Look up and smile. Very good. And last but not least. And one more.
No, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we don't. No,
Good
we have.
idea.
We have
Good
one more.
Cool.
We also continued our partnership with the Department of Youth with the Youth Beach Games. And so now with our Swim to Win instructors, the Beach Games is now able to offer some in-water sports. And so the kids continue to have a lot of fun. Another very important milestone is Swim to Win brought down the World Academy of Safety and Health, or WASH, to conduct the first internationally certified lifeguard, first aid, and CPR training here in the Federation. We had 22 participants, 13 of whom completed their lifeguard certification, which was quite exciting. This was offered to our Swim to Win instructors, but also to government, or to Coast Guard, sorry, had 2 participants. Department of Tourism, so we can get lifeguards, certified lifeguards on our beaches, and also then we offered additional spaces to the outside community. They will be coming down on an annual basis, hopefully biannually, to continue this program. I want to comment our amazing family of instructors. They are committed to continuing to learn and improve on their skill sets. 3 times a year we bring down, again in conjunction with government, Ann McClendon, who conducts the training for our instructors. Several of our instructors also completed the introduction coach or the beginning coach certification from FINA. So they are committed to continuing to learn and so that they are best prepared to teach your children how to swim. So in the 3 years, we have reached over 650 swimmers to date. We continue and are committed to continuing to grow with our programs and also our outreach to the community. So very proud of Swim to Win. Then equally proud of my Special Olympics program and our athletes there. So Robert Liddy, who I'm sure you all know about, has competed in the cross-channel swim multiple times, but usually as part of a relay. So in 2022, he was the first ever Special Olympic athlete to complete the entire crossing. And we are so proud of him. He's just an amazing athlete. He trains hard. Then we have Shakir Stapleton, and Shakir went and competed in the USA Games in June, taking gold in tennis. So again, Shakir is a wonderful, exemplary athlete here in the Federation. We're very proud of him. Then we talk about Leon Silcott, who in August went to represent St. Kitts and Nevis at Dream Ride event in Connecticut. So Connecticut is our partner with Special Olympics. They're our sister program, and they hold a big fundraising event every August where they bring in these fabulous multi-million-dollar cars, and they do a big fundraising event. Leon, if anybody knows Leon, is a fabulous artist and a car enthusiast, so he was in his element. He got to meet Miss Connecticut, which was also a big highlight. So it was a great event, and he represented well. He has done the artwork again for our Road to Berlin t-shirt because the athletes will be competing at the World Games in Berlin 2023. So like he did the Road to Abu Dhabi t-shirt, he showed off his artwork in Connecticut, and it was super well received. And then we have Robert Liddy and Shane Nisbet, who both just competed in the Nevis Triathlon in November. This is an open event. This is not a Special Olympics event. This is an open event, and that's ideally where we want to get our Special Olympic athletes to be, where they compete on an equal level playing field with all other athletes. They are equally competent, and in fact, so much so that Robert came in 5th overall for the men with an amazing time, and Shane came in 7th overall for the men. And although Robert has competed in triathlon before, this was Shane's first full triathlon. He's been working very hard on his open water swimming, and so thanks to all the coaches who got him there, but he did an amazing job. So we're very, very proud of them and very, very proud of how we can integrate and unify these athletes. So upcoming things for Special Olympics, again, the World Games in Berlin in June. Federation will be taking 12 athletes. I believe 4 will be from Nevis. We'll be competing in cycling, swimming, tennis, and athletics. And our Swim to Win program, again, so many more things in the new year. We have continuing the lifeguards, the continuing training, the Easter free camps, free swim camp, Christina Memorial swim camps, more school curriculum. So just continues to grow and grow. So I thank you for this time. It's been an amazing year in sport. Sport is such a levelizer. It's something that everybody can do and everyone can enjoy. And I encourage everyone to get out there and make their own milestones.
SK Moves Nevis Chapter 2022 was a great year across the calendar of events. For all our competitors, the committee, thank you, for without your avid support, SK Moves would not be possible. We started our year with a new addition to the calendar, the Half Island Run Relay, which took place in March, kindly sponsored by our corporate and platinum sponsors, First Federal Credit Union, to which the Challenge Cup is aptly named. We were also sponsored by gold sponsors Timothy Keynes and Associates Limited. As always, our number one supporters, the Ministry of Health, were on board. This event was designed with athletes in mind, a testament to their ability as athletes. This event was by no means an easy feat. The athletes clearly demonstrated a commitment and prowess to the task, which made this an enjoyable event to observe. The teams that took part were TC Immortals, SKN Defence Force, Beast Fit, Eastern, GSS Panthers, Alexandra Warriors, Nevlec A and Nevlec B, and Information Tech. Platinum first, second and third prize Challenge Cup presentations were made on behalf of Miss Makisia Loughlin of First Federal Credit Union by colleague Shauna Daniels. The first prize included with terms and conditions of an opening of a savings account with a First Federal Credit Union. Cheques of an undisclosed amount was presented to a member of the winning team. First prize included a horse riding experience package presented by Erica Gilbert of Nevis Equestrian Centre. The winning team in a recorded finish time of 55 minutes was TC Immortals. In second place with a finishing time of 60 minutes was SKN Defence Force. They received First Federal Credit Union Challenge Cup, and gold sponsors Timothy Keynes and Associates Limited presented a cheque of an undisclosed amount to be shared between team members. In addition, second prize experience with Queen City ATV Adventures. And in third place with a recorded finish time of 1 hour and 10 minutes was Beast Fit. They received the First Federal Credit Union Challenge Cup and a third prize courtesy of A Hills and Valleys Hike and Tours. We now move on to Saturday the 16th of April and the Aquafanathlon in association with the Nevis Aquatic Sailing Centre. 12 young males and females competitors aged between the age of 8 and 12 took part in the very first ever Aquafanathlon, the second calendar event on the SKN Move schedule. The venue, Awali Beach, the conditions, sunny climes, pretty rough waters. The competitors challenged to participate in a two-team tag competition. First event, the competitors swam 25 metres, each before running down the beach to the next event, the kayak. The majority of the competitors had received 2 days training prior to the competition. However, the day did prove challenging owing to rough and choppy waters. This, however, did not deter our competitors. They gave their all, battling the sea's rage. They had to dredge through 2 laps. Finally, the 2-lap run to the finish. The teams, Sea Sisters, Giselle and Skylar Connor. The Riptides, Abaji Sarinj and Jackson Voigt. Team C's, Nazanu Shiverton and Prakshash Sharma. Will Boss, Justin Williams and Austin Williams. Diver Dippers, Travencia Atherton and Destiny Collins. Aqua Boys, Malachi Lestrade and Nathan Lestrade. In first place, Will Boss. In second place, Sea Sisters. And in third place, the Riptides. Special thanks to all our sponsors and partners for making this first of this kind event the success that it was. Thank you to all the coaches. James Weeks, to all 6 teams. Hip hooray, you made this so much fun to watch. SKM Moves Nevis chapter associated with NASC CU in 2023. We now move on into our third calendar event slated It's a Nevis Knockout. Public versus private sector employees. The challenge to produce the fastest time finish on the obstacle course. The preliminary round would determine the fastest 8 teams to commence into the first official round of the competition. Over 4 consecutive Saturdays, the teams would battle against each other. Each team with the slowest time finishes would be automatically eliminated. This Cup Challenge event was sponsored in part by the Ministry of Health and corporate sponsors Massa Assist. Owing to circumstances out of our control, this event, originally slated for July-August, moved to September-October. We did, however, face a series of weather challenges, expected for this time of year. However, we ploughed through it. Despite the delay of a week, 13 out of 16 competitors arrived ready and raring to go to the Fit Wellness grounds to compete for their sectors in a bid to score the best times to avoid first round eliminations. The competition got off to a very fast start. In addition, great weather, very warm and breezy, a small supportive crowd added to the ambience. The course was modified and consisted of 10 obstacles. Each completed obstacle equated to 10 points, a maximum of 100 points, plus finish times. Glenville Foy, private sector, time 3.1625, 100 points, first place through to the qualifiers. James Weeks, private sector, time 3.25, 96, 100 points, and second place through to the qualifiers. Jeffrey Lewis, public sector, time 3.3470, 100 points, third place through to the qualifiers. Francisco Dorset, public sector, time 3.3949, 100 points, fourth place through to the qualifiers. Manuel Mills, private sector, time 3.4537, 100 points, fifth place through to qualifiers. Tabiti Abrams, public sector, time 3.5426, 100 points, sixth place through to the qualifiers. Marcus Wilkinson, private sector, time 4.1890, 100 points, seventh place through to the qualifiers. Patrice Matthews, public sector, time 4.2630, 100 points, eighth place through to qualifiers. Jamal Merchant, private sector, time 5.2053, 100 points, ninth place, eliminated. Tyrone Davis, public sector, time 5.3203, 100 points, 10th place, eliminated. Orion Jones, private sector, time 3.2790, 90 points, 11th place, eliminated. Dawson Otley, public sector, time 6.4853, 90 points, 12th place, eliminated. And Javon Wheats, public sector, time 5.1540, 80 points, 13th place, eliminated. So we roll into Saturday, the 1st of October 2022. What would have been the quarter and semi-finals weekend carried over was yet again disrupted owing to ground saturation from the evening before. It was decided to postpone again. The committee met again and decided the semi-finals would take place on the same day. We opted for an early morning start on Saturday, the 8th of October 2022. Out of a possible 8 competitors, 4 from private sector and 4 from public sector, showing up to compete were 4 from private and 2 from public sector. And what an interesting semi and finals conclusion it was. It was an exciting finish. Despite the hiccups owing to weather disruptions, the athletes performed to their best. It was challenging for some of the competitors. For some it was their first, but hopefully not their last time to attempt the modified obstacle course. This event will certainly return next summer. We are hoping for a larger turnout of competitors for next year, and we would like to encourage female participants to sign up. And the final results: first place, Glenville Foy, finish time 3.20. Second place, Orion Jones, finish time 3.39. And third place, Manuel Mills, finished 3.41. Congratulations to all our competitors representing private and public sector. Good morning, we're here at the Fit Wellness Ground, and today is semi and finals day of the SKN Moves Nevis chapter Massa Assist Challenge Cup. It's a Nevis knockout, public sector versus private sector, and I have with me Dawson and Tyrone, 2 of our persons that took part in the first round that were eliminated, but they're here today to back and support the public and private sector. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Morning.
So listen, I'm going to ask you both. You took part in the intermediary sessions. How was it for you?
I think it was a really good experience for me. I anticipated much. It is something that I anticipated. Like, it is something I'm seeing on TV, and now I'm actually participating in something of such. And it was a really lot of fun. I think I underestimated it, because when I went around, especially going around the track, it was like, wow, I couldn't believe that I really had to conserve, but I was able to go through the obstacles. Albeit I was pretty much burnt after the lap.
Yeah.
I was able to finish. I didn't even like had to do them over, so I actually went through and finished every obstacle course. So it was a really good experience, and something I would look forward. When I come, I would even do that course over.
Wonderful.
So it was really good.
Thank you, Dawson. And then we have here Tyrone. You two went through the obstacle course. Tell me, did you prepare before taking part?
No, actually I thought it was going to be real easy because I saw the place and everything, and it's like the lap that I understood a lot. I thought it'll be short, but when I started to run and I got tired, I was like, wow, that's a challenge. So I underestimated it. It's not happening again, I can tell you for sure.
You're going to do it again next year?
Yeah, I'm doing it again next year. I'm come prepared.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do it next year. I was kind of considering, but I think if the opportunity comes, I will do it.
Wonderful, thank you. And we have another person, I believe. Is Jervin here? Jervin, I thought I spotted Jervin. He's not here? Jervin isn't here? No. Okay. So, we had 4 persons eliminated on the first round. Unfortunately, due to bad weather, we've had to condense today's session to the semis and the finals, and it's a terrific day. We're expecting high expectations from everybody today to finish with good score times. And yes, stick around, you'll get to see the highlights. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We're here at the Fit Wellness Grounds for today's semi and finals of It's a Nevis Knockout, public versus private sector, sponsored in part by NIA and Massa Assist. I have with me the contestants. As you can see, they're all revved up and raring to go. Yeah! Jeffrey, yeah? Jeffrey, yeah? So, I just want to ask them a few questions before we go on to our sponsors. So, Orion, this is a special day for you. Tell me why.
Because it's the semis and the finals.
And also, he's our wild card pick because unfortunately one of our contestants had to pull out. He was committed to another event. So we've got Orion, who was originally knocked out in the prelims. He scored the highest in the eliminations, and so we had to call him back for a wild card. So give him a round of applause. He's representing private sector. Okay, congratulations. We've got Marcus here. Marcus, what's your thoughts and feelings for this morning's event?
Well, I'm a bit tired, but I'll try my best this morning, you know.
Okay, serious. You know when people speak like this, you know they're coming with fire. And Manuel, come on, talk to me. You was here from the beginning like everyone else here. How did you prepare for this event today?
Well, I've been doing a bit of training, coming at the field and trying to master the obstacles and just keeping my cardio up, trying to keep physical during the past 2 weeks since we didn't have any competition.
Okay, great. Yeah, of course, we've been disrupted on 2 occasions for this event, so I'm so grateful that you're all here and you've turned up because it's been a difficult 2 weeks waiting for this particular day to happen, and we're really excited. So, Patrice, representing public sector, give me your thoughts and feelings for today's event.
Well, today, hoping I could make it up to the finals, you know what I mean? As Marcus said, I'm trying to get my cardio up, but the obstacle course would be a favorable one.
Okay, sounds good. And Glenville's looking over at the mountain for some sort of inspiration. Glenville, stand forward, my son. You scored the highest in the eliminations round. You've got all these guys here. What have you got to tell them today?
Well, let's see same results, same energy. Same energy you come with again.
Yeah, quiet confidence. And Jeffrey, no less, Jeffrey, my son. Public sector representative. Jeffrey said to me last time, boy, I don't know if I could manage this, you know, with all these young people. But Jeffrey came in 4th place to secure a place in the semi and finals. Jeffrey, well done. What are your thoughts for today?
I really don't know.
Again, the quiet confidence. So I'm going to...
Whatever it is.
Okay, great. So I have with me 2 of our representatives for the Nevis Island Administration, who's our biggest supporter for all our SKN Moves events. We have Miss Shalisa Martin-Clark, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, and we have Miss Latoya Jeffers, who's our Assistant Secretary for the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs. Ladies, thank you for coming out this morning. You both have a great task today. You will be doing the live draw for the semi-finals, and you, Toya, will be doing the draw for the finals. So blame them, right? So tell me, you've been supporting us for nearly 4 years now. Today is the first time that we've ever done this particular event. What are your thoughts and feelings?
Well, I think it's a great initiative, and I know this is just one way for persons to get in the exercise that they need, and as well as to get some fun, have some fun at the end of the day.
Okay, thank you. Natalia?
Well, firstly, I'm very excited to be here. I cannot do it, so I like to see it being done. And I just want to congratulate all of you guys. I just want to say thank you to Massa, of course, for sponsoring this event with us. And I want to wish you all the best.
Okay, sounds great. Everybody, ready for the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Yay! Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Tyrone. Hey, you ready? So you panned everybody? So we're back here at the awards table, and I want to say a special thank you to Massa Assist. They're responsible for the sponsorship of the trophies and the medals. NIA are responsible for the rosettes and the certificates. So I'm just going to come right in and speak to Mal, who's representing Massa Assist. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss James, morning audience and everyone who's here. I just want to say thank you for inviting us to be a part of this. It's a pleasure being here and sponsoring the team, and I wish everyone good luck today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Marla. What we're going to do is Shalisa's going to stick her hand in the box and she's going to pull out a name from either side, and that's how we'll know who's competing against who. Obviously, one person is going to be left on their own. Whoever that one person is, they will start the competition first, because they're on their own. Well, it's up to Shalisa. We don't know. All right, Shalisa.
Are we ready?
Are we ready for the big draw? Okay, so Shalisa, this side's public, this side's private. Yes. Mine. To get creative. No, Shalisa.
Okay,
yes.
So I'm in the...
You're in the private. Can you read it out?
Glenville.
Glenville 5. That's Glenville there.
Jeff, just pick Jeff, no, please. That's they're going to choose who you're going to think. Let me see Jeff.
Patrice Matthews. Okay, so that's the first two. Hey, don't disappear. Don't you want to see what's going on? So the second draw, where are you going first? For private sector. Manuel Mills.
Yep, well.
And you'll be up against. That's Manuel Mills. For private sector. Public sector, you'll be up against.
Manuel is private sector?
Yes. Jeffrey Lewis.
Young man, them.
Okay. Third call. Third draw. So you're going public. For public sector.
Private.
Oh, sorry, private sector. Sorry. This is the last one. Orion Jones. And you up against public.
You'll be against me more than right.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. Dawson Otley.
Dawson.
All right, so Marcus is going to start the race on his own for private we conclude with event number 4 for SKN Moves Nevis chapter calendar with our 4th edition of the Half Island Road Relay Walk in association with corporate sponsors Nevis Credit Union. 6 competitive relay teams entered: Legacy Sojourners Team 1 and 2, Team Renal Society, Team Hike, Team Fit, and our corporate sponsors Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. We also had a total of 35 solo walkers registered and a small number of unregistered walkers participated. The Red Cross team were also on hand, ready for any emergencies. We can report we had 1 report of exhaustion. I'm happy to announce the competitor made a speedy recovery thanks to the Red Cross partners. The police were also on board this year to safeguard our competitors. This year we were successful in securing a sponsorship from the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. Mr. Newton and his president of the cooperative availed themselves to make the presentations of trophies to all our winning relay teams. The results: first place, Legacy Sojourners; second place, Legacy Sojourners; joint third place, Team Fit and Team Hike; 4th place, Renal Society, and 5th place, the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. This is the 2nd consecutive win for Legacy Sojourners, who took 1st place and 2nd place winning spots in 2021. Huge congratulations to this awesome group of persons. In addition, they also are recognised for the 2nd year running with the largest team entry. Kudos to their team spirit and determination. We also recognised our solo walkers. Miss Latoya Jeffers, Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, made the presentations to the following solo walkers in the following categories: first female finish from Brickhill, Miss Vanessa Williams; first male finish from Brickhill, Mr. Morris Stapleton; eldest person to finish at Fit Grounds, Marion Brown; and the youngest person to finish at Grounds, Miss Sandrine Caesar.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Half Island Road Relay. This is our 4th edition, and I just want to welcome all of you and thank you so much for participating. This morning, I just want to wish you all the best. Take your time. And may the best team or individual win. On behalf of the Ministry of Health and Gender, thank you very much to our sponsors, Nevis Cooperative Credit Union, and of course, Nevis Island Administration.
Let's go! Good luck!
Of all the police about now, okay, good. Congratulations to all our competitors as we continue our journey towards making positive, informed decisions on healthier choices for the betterment of physical, emotional, and spiritual overall health. The SKN Moves Nevis Chapter Committee would like to thank NIA Ministry of Health for their support to our 2022 corporate sponsors, the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union, our water sponsors, Nevis Springs, for keeping us hydrated en route, to the Red Cross team, and of course the police, not forgetting each of our committee members, David Walwyn, Jamia Claxton, Dejan Liebert, and Jan Grelhull MH. We look forward to a rewarding year in 2023 when we kick off next year's SKM Moves Nevis chapter calendar of events with a 2-mile bike relay slated for Sunday, the 29th of January 2023. Also look out for the launch of the SKM Moves Nevis chapter Facebook page. Thank you all for the support we have received from all our sponsors. Much appreciated. We look forward to fostering long-lasting partnerships and sponsorships as we strive for great health in all our communities. Yours sincerely, Sheila James, Coordinator of SKN Moves Nevis Chapter.
Now to basketball. You say basketball on Nevis, I say Wanda Paris, France. She now gives us an update of activities for the year.
The CG and CG Basketball Club had a wonderful parish tournament, and we saw 4 teams participating in that tournament in church ground. We had the St. Paul's Parish, the St. John's Parish, the St. Thomas's Parish, and the St. George's Parish. In that parish league, the St. Paul's Parish emerged the winner. I want to say a hearty congratulations to the St. Paul's Parish team for doing such a wonderful job in winning the CG and CG Basketball League Parish Tournament. From that Parish Tournament, we had a team, an under 25 team coming from that tournament, and we spoke to the Achievers Sports Club in St. Kitts to partner up in having home and away games. The first game was played here in Nevis in church ground. We had an under 16 game and the under 25 game. And the under 16 team, unfortunately, Nevis lost and the St. Kitts team won. But the under 25, the CG and CG team won that game against the Achievers Sports Club, under 25 from St. Kitts. Want to say congratulations to our boys, the CG and CG under 25 team, also the under 16 team.
So it's the Avengers from St. Kitts. So it's the Avengers under 16 team from St. Kitts coming up against the Nevis under 16s. And another shot here for the process. At the end of the first quarter, the Nevis team was 8-14. And so we're now into the second quarter. St. Kitts comes away with it. The Avengers going. He has passed it off. wry smile on it. Was that he would have made a mistake. So now with the which I understand could well be a Gingerland team, long shot attempted.
The Nevis Amateur Basketball Association, for a long time we haven't been doing anything. But we decided this year to have a tournament, an open tournament that was held in the complex, the Janet Grell Hall Stevens complex. We saw 7 teams participating in this tournament. The main sponsor was the Honorable Spencer Brand, and we have to give big shout out to him. He being the representative for the St. Paul's area, and he also was the sponsor for the past under 25 Parish League team from St. Paul's as well. So big kudos to the Honorable Spencer Brand in doing all these stuff for the youths of Nevis. But yes, so the tournament in the complex Nevis, we haven't had any for a long time, but we finally decided that we're going to have one. 7 teams participated, and we started this tournament on the 12th of November in the netball complex, and it was a great success, and we want to give thanks to all the teams that participated in this tournament. We started on the 13th of November, and it will end sometime this month or in the beginning of December.
72-60, 12 points lead, 4:12 on the clock. He goes for this. Now that's a willful ball, and as he went for the rebound, he has drawn the foul. Well, they're heated up here. They're right into this game. They're into this game, I tell you. Here goes. Dynasty still fighting with seconds on the clock. He goes up and off the ring, no good. Gets the rebound, does Siji. Danford is open. Nobody there to pressure him. He lays it up and lays it in. And they're into the 80s now. 80-68. Well, they, I think, have conceded. The Dynasty team, I think they have conceded. Final count is in. Off the ring, no good. Congratulates the opponents with 3 seconds on the clock. And that's the game. Round of applause. Sidri has won the 2022 basketball competition at Nevis.
Special mention goes out to the Youth and Sports Eagles and the Youth and Sports Raiders who participated in the St. Kitts Nevis Amateur Basketball Association League in St. Kitts. The Youth and Sports Eagles, they made it to the finals, and it was a well-fought battle, but we just want to give them honorable mention in participating in that league in St. Kitts. And I just want to say a hearty thank you to all the basketball players, all the fans, all the parents who came out for this entire year in helping us with the league and just to be there so that their children can see their faces. And we hope that next year it will be even better. So next year I'll see you in basketball.
Now to tennis. You may be surprised, but the Nevis Tennis Association is still very much alive. Anthony Webb fills us in on the activities for the year.
Okay, for 2022, we had a fairly good year. I mean, we've been involved in training of adults and so on. We've been involved in exchanges with our St. Kitts counterparts. Our major activity though was a 2-week training course for kids between the ages of 6 to I think up to 16. It ran from the 8th of August to the 19th of August, and from 9 to 1 each day, except on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And we had up to 37 kids on a daily basis. I think one day we were like 40 kids, and training in the different the fundamentals of tennis, learning the forehand, learning the backhand, how to volley and how to serve and how to do a little bit of rallying and stuff like that. After that time, I mean, we would have had, you know, regularly we have adults and so on who come and play on. At evenings. That has been going on throughout the year. There has not been any tournaments because of the number or the players who are playing at this time. But hopefully in the new year, we should be having some competition. Following the training camp, our courts went on the repair, so we had to relocate for about a two-month period. The courts were resurfaced. The new lighting has been installed, and fencing in some areas. For plans later this year, we're hoping to restart the introduction of the Saturday afternoon session for kids ages 6 to 18. That should be getting started next month. Further down the road, we're hoping to. It's in the planning stage right now of something referred to as a tennis carnival, where we invite parents and kids and so on to come out on a Saturday afternoon from maybe about 3 o'clock until about 8 o'clock and just have some fun, tennis related fun, doing little drills, playing little games and stuff like that. Okay? 2023, we intend to have an establishment of tennis clubs wherever there are public tennis courts, whether in parish or constituency or whatever. That work has started already. We're hoping to have some that established by at least in the first part of January of next year. Also, the reviving of the Nevis Tennis Association, having elections. We could elect a new executive. That should be coming up shortly, in the new year. Continuation of the training of kids and adults. Introduction of tennis in the primary schools, something that we've been looking at for a couple of years. Well, we're getting closer to, that start, hopefully early in the new year. Training of coaches, that is something that we intend to get involved in as early in the first quarter, because what we would have found out is that the coaches in the schools, their focus would be like on sports like football, netball, cricket. We want to ensure that they get some training in in tennis, so that we can have a smooth running of the program in the schools shortly. Training of players in umpiring. A lot of our players, I mean, now they play, but they don't know the game. They don't know to some don't know how to score the game. Some don't know how to umpire. That is on the cards. Hopefully in the new year we should be seeing some organized tournaments, which would involve mostly like the younger kids. The older guys will take a little rest, I mean, for now. But hopefully at least the kids would be involved. Training camps, we would be increasing the number of training camps we have during the course of the year. Last year we were just involved in the summer programs. We're hoping to have one in Easter and any other vacation time down the line that the kids will be involved in. Community tennis, taking this sport into the communities where we can find some open space with a hard surface, that we can place a backboard and have kids in the community hitting against the backboard. That is our intention. All right. Hopefully more exchange visits between the two islands, St. Kitts and Nevis. We've done that in the past, and we will there are plans to strengthen that whole process.
Now to cricket. The Nevis Cricket Association has had an active, fruitful and exciting year. We hear from the president of the Nevis Cricket Association, Carlisle Powell.
Again in Nevis. And we're delighted to say to you that the management of the Nevis Cricket Association, we are now competing in the National Bank 10-10 competition. At the end of this competition, in the middle of February, this management team of the Nevis Cricket Association, our tally of games in the time that we have been in office would be in excess of 250 games. This last season, we were fortunate in that, having played those games, we have seen a number of players from Nevis move on to represent the Leeward Islands cricket team and, in fact, the West Indies Cricket Academy. Let's start with the under-19. Carlon Tuckett Bowen, or Bowen Tuckett, I should say, captained the Leeward's under-19 side to its first victory in excess of 15 years at the regional level. Not only was he a successful captain, but Onaje Amri from Nevis, he was the player who took the most wickets to help the Leewards on its path to victory. At the under-17 level, Jose Pluck was a member of that team. And at the under-15 level, Amari Jones, Light Brown, and Light was vice captain, and Krishna Girardi were the players who actually made it into the traveling 15, and Rondre Daniel made it to the reserves. At the senior level, our representation consists of Kyron Powell, Ross Powell, and Kezron Archibald. At the senior women's level, we have Sanelda Willett, Melissa Clark, Ashina Freeman, and Roselle Liebert. At the under 19 female level, Sarah Gandeo, Shaliqua Carmichael, and Kalisa Pluck. And then in terms of management and coaching, Charlene Martin was the manager of the Leewards under 19 side, and Saneldo Willett was the assistant coach manager. And then at the academy level, we say again that Carlin Bowen Tuckett, who also had a very successful tour of South Africa with the Barbados under 19 side, he made the academy side. From the Cricket Association standpoint, we want to say thank you very much to our sponsors. And at the Harvey Stapleton 2020 level, the Stapleton family stepped in and provided sponsorship for that one. National Bank sponsored our 10-10 tournament, and the Bank of Nevis stepped in to sponsor our 40 and 35 over competition. Looking forward, we have been advised that the Leewards will play a 3-day competition during the break in the 4-day regional tournament next year, and that tournament will be hosted by St. Kitts. And so the Nevis Cricket Association, we are looking forward to playing some 2-day matches in getting our team prepared to participate at the Leeward Islands level so that we can properly identify talent so we can select the Nevis team. I also want to congratulate Stuart Williams and a team of assistants, including Wendell Micey Wallace, Veli, Skidder, who have been helping with the under-13 program, and Keith Atherton, who has been helping with the under-17 program. And I left for last the management team. Curtis, I want our viewers to know that the management team of the Nevis Cricket Association has gelled very nicely. We have forged a very close working relationship, and I believe that that has resulted in what you see on the field, where we see execution of matches almost flawlessly on a weekend basis. Looking forward, what do we need to make the game better? We're looking to see some improvements at the E.T. Willett Park. That park needs a substantial amount of work to bring it up to regional level so that we'll be able to host matches potentially in the CPL and definitely regional 4-day matches and who knows, Super 50 matches. But as it is right now, our accommodations fall far short, and so we are not yet able to host those matches. The good news is that we have been asked to host the under-15 camp, which will be in Nevis from the 10th to the 17th of December. And so we are looking forward to hosting that. We have already put in a request, renewed a request which we made in 2021 to the government to assist us with covers. And that is potentially one thing that we are very much afraid of, hosting the competition without proper covers. And so we're looking forward to getting the assistance of government in that regard. And the big announcement for next year, Curtis, apart from cricket and then more cricket, we are looking to host a very elegant gala to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Mr. Elcomedo Willett making the West Indies side as the first player from the Leewards. And we are hoping that sometime before the 50th anniversary, in March, our dinner is scheduled to be on the 9th of March, as a matter of fact. We are hoping that an announcement would be made before then that the St. Kitts Nevis government would see it fit to make Elcomedo Willett a national hero. He deserves it, he deserves it, and he deserves it. When Christina sank in 1970, Elcomedo Willett lifted the hopes and dreams of the entire Nevis and divisions everywhere, gave us inspiration, made us think that we could overcome. And his exploits on the cricket field have never really been truly rewarded. So we are hoping that the Nevis Island administration would assist us and become the platinum sponsor for the 50th anniversary gala, and that the federal government would mark it by elevating him to the status of national hero, so that we can in future call him national hero Sir Elcomedo Willett.
So 2 balls to get 5. 2 balls to get 5. Which way will this game go? 2 balls to get 5. Here it goes. Crucial delivery this. Tension in the oval. 5 runs required. 4 runs to tie the game though. It could be a situation where we have, well, we get back to that as it goes high in there. Somebody is coming in. Dropped. And they go back for 2. Dropped catch. So 3 runs from 1 ball. 2 runs will tie the game and we could have a super over. Anybody predicting a super over? 1 ball to get 3. 2 balls to tie up the game. So 2 runs to tie the game. 3 runs to win. In the air. Is anybody getting there? Dropped catch again. The game is tied. It's a super over. It's a super over. They're going to have a super over.
And when you're talking about coordination of sports in Nevis, you go to the sports department. Speaking of an active year, the Nevis Sports Department was very much involved this year. Director of Sports, Jamia Claxton, fills us in with some of the excitement.
2022 was a very successful year for the Department of Sports as we collaborated with a number of stakeholders in executing various events across Nevis. I would like to start off by speaking about interprimary. We resumed interprimary officially this year after a 2-year hiatus, and it was a very successful event. Congratulations to the Charleston Primary School for winning that particular event. For us, it was a tremendous success because we didn't know what to anticipate after missing interprimary for so many years, for those number of years, and so interprimary was a very successful event.
Well, look at the mascot. Just look at the mascot. That's the mascot for the Charleston Primary. And I'm still trying to figure out whether it's Jean or her twin sister. Let's look at the other schools. Coming through, EPPS, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. And today they have gone all out with the colors in there here. Then we have the Ivor Walters Primary. We have Joycean Libert Primary with some cheerleaders doing a little bit of a jiggle here. JLPS, that's the shout. Then we have Mort Cross Prep and the new kids on the block with their pom-pom girls, Nevis Academy. Looks as if they're ready. Then we have the St. James's Primary School. I think the entire school might be here in this march past. It's a small school, but they say they're not to be overlooked by any stretch of the imagination. Then, in bright green, the Green Machine, St. Thomas's Primary. And there goes St. Thomas's Primary. And then we also have the Violet Nichols Primary School, VOJN. The noise is gonna start now. Looks like Charlestown Primary. I'm seeing orange. I'm seeing Joycelyn Liebert, I think it is. I'm seeing St. Thomas's. My goodness, St. Thomas's is cleaning this one up by a long way. St. Thomas's. And I think VOJ and Joycelyn Liebert Primary was somewhere in the mix. They're off and running. They're off and running. Who is leading the pack at this point? Looks like, well, as they get closer, it looks like VOJ and by a long way too. VOJ by a long way. She has been a dynamo all afternoon. I got you. Well, we're about to start. We're off and running. And let's see who is leading this one. Another tight race. I'm seeing CPS. I'm seeing, it looks like St. Thomas's. It looks like, well, I'm not sure if it's St. Thomas's, but he has pulled away by a long stretch. My goodness, he took, and he puts his hand in the air. It's St. Thomas's. You can hear the shout, 253. They're off, clean start. The grade 3 girls out of the blocks quickly. Somebody struggling in the middle there. But it looks like St. Thomas is pulling away. St. Thomas is pulling away. But Joycelyn Liebert, it is getting close, but not good enough. And it looks like St. Thomas's Primary. They're on the starters orders. Clean start. Grade 3 boys. I'm seeing Joycelyn Liebert. I'm seeing Charlestown Primary. I'm seeing St. Thomas's. Joycelyn Liebert seems to be holding on. St. Thomas's is just about. Hey! Well, that was close. Set. Clean start, folks. Let's see who is leading this one. Well, it's a rush. Charlestown Primary on the outside looking good. St. Thomas is looking good. Joycelyn Liebert looking good. But it's Charlestown. Well, it's girls. Yeah, I thought it was the boys, but it's the girls who came down. Clean start this time. How are they juggling? How are they juggling, folks? How are they juggling? 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 It looks like Charlestown. It looks like Charles. It looks like maybe Ivor Walters. They're off and running. The red flag was up at the finish line, so this race might just be disqualified. But Charlestown Primary is pushing out. A challenge now, challenge now, challenge now. Well, that looks like maybe Ivor Walters. Clean start, a little bit slow out of the blocks. But where is Charlestown Primary? She's there. And there's also Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Tiana is pushing. Charlestown Primary is pushing. It's going to be a close finish. 4 of them almost at the line. Well, Kent is for Ivor Walters. Here they go. Where are they? It looks like Kent is struggling with VOJ and St. Thomas's. It's Kent and VOJ, and it looks like Kent. It looks like Ivor Walters. They have a clean start this time. 1 or 2 of them moved a little sluggishly this time, but the race is definitely on. As it looks like Joycelyn Liebert and Ivor Walters tumbling at the top, and Charlestown on the outside. I'm not too sure.
We also collaborated with the Department of Education and the Primary School Football League, which was another big event, very successful indeed. Congratulations to the Charlestown Primary School again. Also, congratulations to the St. James Primary School for reaching the finals. They would have done well considering the size of the school, and they must be commended. The coaching staff, the teachers, the parents must be commended for that particular effort. For the first time, we made some adjustments to how we scheduled the games, and this year we had the semi-finals and finals being played in the evening. An experiment which we thought was very successful and very welcomed by the general public. And so we have something to build on for not only the football, for the other sports in the primary school, including cricket, netball, etc.
A little bit of pushing here between the players.
Gone in. Charlestown Primary has scored. Charlestown Primary has scored. I think he was touched in by the little man. The little man, he is a little man. It was there, but oh, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at the style here. Number 6 has scored. Let's have a look at this serious crowd. This serious crowd. Look at those faces. It's all intensity. It's as intense as you can get here. It's a huge crowd. Maybe free kick for Charleston Primary. Here goes. Drives into it. That's a good call. That's a good call. That's a good call. Where's the goalkeeper? So the goalkeeper has saved the day. Goalkeeper has saved the day. So good save that by the goalie. I've been pretty critical of him, but on that occasion, I think he put his life on the limb. Here's the drive, goal kick. Waiting too long, I thought. Waiting. Here's a little clearance. No, driven back by Charleston Primary. Pressure. Good kick that by the St. James's Primary player. The ball goes out of touch. Here's a throw-in. Here's moving now. Here's a chance for Charleston Primary. Oh my goodness. Almost an own goal. What was the St. James's player thinking there? He was driving it towards his own goal and almost beat his own goalkeeper. My goodness. What was he thinking? Well. Well, St. James is with a free kick now. Gone in. It could be an own goal.
Throughout the summer, we conducted our annual summer camps, and this year we did cricket, football, netball, basketball, and of course the Christina swimming camp, along with tennis. All events were well attended and successful as well. I must commend the tennis because the tennis for this year had the largest crowd. I think we had in excess of almost 40 participants taking part in tennis, and from that program we'll be launching the official schools tennis program in 2023. So that's something we have to look forward to. The cricket and the football also were successful. Those programs were also instrumental in helping a number of our young players who participated in national teams and federal teams. So the Department of Sports staff must be commended for the work they have done, because they would have contributed to preparing these athletes for various national teams as well. In 2022, must also be said that we hosted 2 awards ceremony. One for women in sports, which was our 2nd annual. That again continues to be a welcome initiative, and we're looking forward to the 2023 edition. And for the first time this year, we did an Excellence in Sports Appreciation Award for all those athletes from Nevis who made national and regional teams in cricket, football, track and field, and netball. And so that again was another welcome initiative, because we need to continuously show recognition, especially to our young athletes. So that was a new initiative by the Ministry of Sport and Ministry and Department of Sports. And we're looking forward to doing that next year, along with 2 other major awards, which I will speak about in a future interview. In 2022, we also did some work on various infrastructures and facilities here in Nevis. As you know, we had the official reopening of the Hall Stevens complex, where significant investment was made in resurfacing, upgrading the lights, and some work to the supporting infrastructure. The facility has now been very occupied and active in terms of hosting the local netball league and the current local basketball league, which is going on. In 2023, we are looking forward to possibly hosting 2 regional events for netball. So some exciting things are ahead for Nevis in terms of at that particular facility as well. In 2022, we also saw a number of our young players here in Nevis in football would have made various national teams for the federation who participated in CONCACAF and World Cup qualifiers. Off the top of my head, I can think of Jalden Myers, Chris Brown, Rocco Brown, Vibert Stevens, who would have all played for St. Kitts Nevis in qualifiers in Central America. Jamal Lewis as well, who for the first time in a long time was a Nevisian who captained the St. Kitts Nevis under-17 team in the under-17 qualifiers in the Dominican Republic. So that was a good look for Nevis on a whole. We are now very well represented at the national level, in terms of, especially in terms of youth football. We also saw a number of officials who did games overseas as well. The top of my head, I can think of Yulinda Warner, who would have officiated at the CFU Boys or Girls Challenge as well. You also have the usual Kimball Ward, who would have done a number of games regionally and internationally this year. So Nevis continue to make small but significant impact in terms of national and regional football. So congratulations and kudos to those guys. If I forgot anybody, bear with me. Congratulations to all. One of our proud moments this year is that we continue to develop our relationship and work closely with a number of the local association, particularly the Nevis Cricket Association, the Nevis Amateur Basketball Association, the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center, and Nevis Netball Association. We've recognized that through collaboration that we can accomplish a lot. The fact is that we all have the same objectives and goals. So when we're working together, we recognize we've been very successful being partners in a number of initiatives. So I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate those organizations on the work that they've been doing for sports development here in Nevis.
Now to netball. It is not just the Nevis Netball Association anymore, but also the parent body, the St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Association, that has had a very positive year. Alistair Thompson fills us in.
2022 was a successful year for netball in St. Kitts Nevis. As the first vice president of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association, I was proud that we were able to host a local league in St. Kitts and a local league in Nevis. When this executive came together, because it was new, it was a new executive and a new St. Kitts Nevis association, all the rules pertaining to the association had to be changed. So a brand new constitution was created, and so we were playing under a new constitution. So St. Kitts had their local league, which was a success. Coca-Cola Shamrocks won that. Nevis had their local league, which was also a success. Bath United won that. So those were the tournaments we had. We were supposed to have the St. Kitts Nevis, the Federal League, but because of some issues back and forth, that did not happen. But on our schedule of events for next year, it is high. As a matter of fact, it's actually going to be before the local league next year, because we are wanting to use the Federal League as a springboard to select a national team. It's very difficult for us to select a national team from a Nevis league or a Sink It league. But with each club playing each other across the federation, we think it will give us a better opportunity to select the best national team. And so early next year, we are hoping, talking about the ending of January into February, we are hoping to have that federal league so we can get a national team in training, and so any tournament popped up, or we'll be able to attend a national. We'll be able to put in a national team. So those were the games we had, fortunately for us this year. Into next year, we have some exciting news going into next year. We have the federal league, we have the local league coming up. Also, we want to have a business league next year. Also, we should have an invitational tournament in over the Easter weekend. We have some team from El Salvador, and we want to do St. Martin, Antigua, St. Kitts, Nevis. They are showing some interest in having some games here, and probably it's looking real good for those games to be in Nevis. So we should be having 5 teams. I think it's 5 teams right now that should be playing. That's around the Easter time next year. Earlier this year, the association, we did not send a team to the World Cup qualifiers, because when we look at where we at coming out of Dominica tournament in February, we realized that we needed a lot of work. And so we didn't want to just take up money and players send them just for sending sake. So we did not send a team to the World Cup qualifiers in Jamaica in October. But we journeyed there. The association had representative because there was the America's Netball AGM that was happening there during that time. So we went, and it was a good experience. He gave us some good connections. As a matter of fact, I was able to have a long conversation with a coach out of England who we are working on. I've sent a proposal to the government already to have that coach come here in January. But this coach is coming to work with under 13 and under 19. So we want to do 3 classes, under 13, under 16, and under 19, because we realize that we are struggling at that level. The senior players that are there, they know the game already, but they are weaning out, and we don't see what's coming behind them. So we want to bring in that coach next year to work, and we are hoping that we'll have that coach for a full year here, working with these youngsters to make sure that they are up and ready. And so hopefully next year again, we want to have some games between that age group to see how we can harness netball interest at that level. So it was a good trip. We get some good connections across the Caribbean and also international, because these AGM is not just the America's netball, but we had people from England, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all over at these conventions. So it was a good mix and open us up to a lot of different people who can assist us in the administrative part, the coaching part, and also the umpires part. And so we did make those connections, and so for the new year, we want to be rolling out those. Next year, also in July, the World Cup qualifiers come up in Cape Town, South Africa. Again, there's only 3 teams from our region that will be heading there. That will be Jamaica, Trinidad, and Barbados. Those are the 3 teams that qualify for the World Cup. Now, World Netball also have their Congress in South Africa at that same time. So we'll be sending 2 persons down to that Congress also, and it'll be around the same time of the World Cup, so there will be an official guest at the World Cup qualifiers. So that come up in July to I think it's the 28th to the 6th of August next year. So all in all, netball looking good for next year. We're hoping to have a lot of games played because the more we play, the more the girls get to develop their skills. And so we are hoping to have a lot of games played next year. And also some administrative part of it in terms of scoring, umpiring, timekeeping, all of the official part. We want to bring in someone, again, because of the connections we have made. We have a good pool of resource personnel who we can call on to assist us. And the good thing is they are in the area. We have some in the area. I mean, the Secretary of America's Netball now, she's from Antigua. There's one person from Jamaica. The president is from Trinidad. The first vice president is from Jamaica. The second vice president, he lives in England, really. But he's from Jamaica, but he lives in England. The secretary is from Antigua, and the treasurer is from St. Vincent. So that's the administrative part of America's netball. Next year we'll deal with world netball. So all in all, Curtis, I believe we are on a good path. People would not have seen a lot of netball player and was wondering what's going on or coming to conclusion. But there was a lot of things to be put in place, putting a new structure together. And that took longer than we had anticipated. And I think that was one of the reasons why we were lagging behind with the amount of tournaments that we wanted. But 2023 really looks good.
Penalty shot or pass and misses the shot from right under the ring. Grabs it once more. She's gonna pass off to Iles. Iles is gonna make it good. Set the pass now to Tanika. Over now to the wing defense. Over to Tanika. Tanika over now to the goal attack. Swings it across. Good quick pass, but it goes out. And it's going to be Bath United's ball. Swings it across. Nat steals it. So Nat coming uptown now. Shah over to Nikki, doubles up, and she has lost it. So she's back now with Bath United. Long pass, too high, too hard. She apologizes immediately. And maybe saying, I thought you were a little taller, really. His eyes going up and can't hold on to it, even though she reached it. So Shah now over to Nikki. Nikki back to Shah. Shah looking for some help. Back to Nikki. Impacted there by the wing defense. And so it's going to be still Revival's ball. Nicely taken by Nikki. Swings it across. Nicely taken by the goal attack. Who maybe should have shot it, but it's over now to Joel Thompson, who bubbles and it goes out. Back now with Tanika. Tanika swings, well, it's the goal defense, swinging it over to the wing attack, over to the center, flicks it, well defended and left by Diana Brown. So it's going to be a throw-in for well defended there by Jeanette Skeet. That left hand reaching, punching it out. So it's going to be a throw-in now with Isles with the throw-in. Over to the wing and defense, who will look for some help. Nicely taken by Diana Brown. So impact there, so it's another attempt. Goes up again, tips it over nicely to Nat going downtown, uptown. Passes there, Nat flying through the air. Gets it across to the goal attack. Goal attack flicks it across to Nat. Nat gets it across to the goal attack, who is right under the ring and then makes it good. Another one for Revivals. Center pass is really a bit of a hustle here. Both teams hustling. Another shot for Drew Ella makes it good. So suddenly now, Revivals seemingly trying to make a comeback. Center pass to Tanika. Long pass over now to Iles. Iles tries to get fined and bounce passes to the goal attack and over to Iles, who takes it brilliantly, and Iles doesn't miss much.
And of course we end on a sad note. There were some sad moments for the year. This year, we lost the Leeward Islands record holder in cricket, the venerable Harvey Pumby Boy Stapleton.
At night time, me now go put down my ball and me got my ball. All of the part at night time on my bat. So anyway, cricket day. Me just stop a play. Okay, if I go ginger and I see them play, I jump off the truck, I go down and I go play with them.
That's how much you love cricket?
That's how much me love cricket.
Which one you prefer, batting or bowling?
Well, I love to do the two of them like a contractor. A contractor, he's a mason, he's a carpenter, he's a joiner.
Okay.
And he's still a plumber.
Okay.
That's how cricket been play.
Okay.
But now, people want to play cricket, you play, make here as a open bat and don't give him no bowling, so he only an open bat. So if he fail in the open bat, he gonna get to drop out the team. But when you got like 10 man a play or 11 man a play, you got to learn everybody to bowl.
Okay.
I saw the thing come out and everybody to bat.
Okay.
So then maybe you got a special keeper. But somebody is like keeping to say you give him a choice.
Okay, got you.
You understand?
So everybody should be well rounded.
Yeah, like we don't learn halfway to get to halfway to get.
Okay.
You understand?
You remember playing your first match for Prospect? Who did you play against? Which team? Which school team?
By school.
Okay.
Like the people and them in the cricket out of little Prospect school. Like they may want me to be captain in play against by school. But me know. G my friend. And he know the game.
Okay.
You understand? And G ball leg break, not from the wrist, from the finger.
Okay.
Like now, nobody in a wall now ball finger spin leg break as a right hander. They ball it like wrist spin, so you could get your googly and your leg break, and then you still got a flipper and an arm ball come back. So you could tangle up a batsman.
So G was the captain?
Yeah, G was the captain. We were then down for 50.
Oh, and how many wickets you got?
Me get about 4 wickets, 14 runs.
Okay, what? Okay.
And me not out for 14.
Okay.
Me upon an Alaba, you remember Alaba police? Why right name?
Me remember the correct name, but I remember him.
Yeah, me he was in the wicket, 2 man me out and
you made the runs.
We make the runs easy.
You remember anybody from the boys' school who were playing for the team? Maybe Willett or who, I don't know. Who was playing for the boys' school?
No, them time, okay, Willett, me went long, go play his first game against Australia.
Oh, that.
So,
okay.
Willett wasn't there when we were playing.
Okay, so.
And how them at home, we don't know much people, but we got to know Willett because he on top man.
Yeah.
You understand? He like the best man ever see a play cricket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You didn't go to high school.
No.
So what time you stayed out? You stayed out of school or 6?
No. When you're 16,
you just
them
left
time
school.
there. Well, 1 high school, I 2 high school and a Nevis, and I only still got 2 high school, so then I move on till you progress.
Another good man is gone. We just have to say goodbye, Daddy. We'll meet some other day.
Also leaving us this year was the former Nevis, Leeward Islands, Combined Islands and Windies President's 11 opening batsman, Vance Winkworth Amory.
Thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, new mercies I see.
Of decency, hard work, commitment, integrity, selflessness, and a love for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, which, in my opinion, is unparalleled.
Another good man is gone. It's just a price we have to pay. Another good man is gone. Away.
And in more recent times, the Masters cricket family on Nevis lost Gerard Trinity-Charles.
Another good man is gone. It's just a price we have to pay. Another good man is gone away. Another good man is gone. We just have to say goodbye, Daddy. We'll meet some other day.
So, the year is almost at its end, and for those of us who have survived thus far, we give God all of the thanks and praise. We extend sincerest condolences to the families that mourn, and we hope that our athletes would strive to do even better for 2023 and beyond. May God bless you all richly. Have a blessed season, and may your 2023 be a spirit-filled one. I am Curtis Morton. Over and out.